Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of TGC Radio. And today I'm going to be telling you all of my most listened to music from the week of April 19th through April 25th, 2024. And I'm going to be very honest right away. At the time of recording, I've already uploaded the basically introduction to a series I'm starting called TGC Unfiltered, and I'm planning on getting an episode out at the same time as TGC Radio would normally come out for that. But just in case I don't finish it, I'm going to be doing a very quick recording for a usual weekly episode, just in case. And that's what this is. But my top artist of this week was Spanish Love Songs, followed by Paramore, Saint Sonia, Green Day, and Rush. My most listened to album was actually Punk Goes Classic Rock, Paramore's After Laughter, Saint Sonia's Flawed Design, Spanish Love Songs, Schmaltz, and then tied at number 5 we have Green Day's Saviors and Spanish Love Songs, No Joy. And the only song worth mentioning is Against the Currents, Talk. And yeah, so Spanish Love Songs, as you can tell by the albums, I went back and re-listened to all of Schmaltz, which I'd listened to back in January, taking my notes and getting stuff like that in a video. And I just wanted to revisit it, so I did. And I actually made sure to take all my notes for that record this time. So I did that. And then I also revisited all of No Joy that I hadn't been coming back to. So I didn't re-listen to Haunted or Cleanup Crew or like Pendulum, for example. But the rest of the record that I hadn't really been coming back to that much, I re-listened to. And I like both of those a lot, of course. I still love those records. Schmaltz hit even harder this time. And No Joy, I love No Joy so much. And I will talk more about those later. After Laughter, kind of like with Brave Faces in the previous week, the lazy episode number 2, I called it. I don't know. There was a brief time where, mentally I was not doing great. At the end / start of the previous week, and the end of the previous week, the start of this week, really. And yeah, I needed something, and I just instinctually put on Brave Faces, and then also listened to After Laughter again. But then, Flawed Design from Saint Sonia, I wanted to listen to because I honestly, with me revisiting some of 3 Days Grace's records for the first time in a long time, which you'll hear more about with the album roundup video for April, I don't know. I just wanted to see how do I still feel about Flawed Design, Saint Sonia's second record, which at the time I was feeling was Adam's best writing period, So how do I still feel about that with all of my thoughts and everything coming back and for 3 Days Grace and how I feel about them now? And I have very different feelings on the band now, so I don't know. I just wanted to see how I felt about Flawed Design coming back to it for the first time, again, in a long time, in full. Well, I say that, but I actually did listen to Flawed Design in full last year, so that's not entirely accurate. But regardless, there's that. And then Green Day Saviors, their newest record that came out in January this year. I started it at the start of April, and I finally decided to finish it. And yeah, Saviors is a very solid record. It does feel like a return to form for Green Day, even as someone, who does like quite a bit of Green Day's post-American Idiot work, which I know is really where a lot of people started to kind of fall off of the band. But yeah, like, I do like quite a bit from 21st Century Breakdown. I'll eventually go back and listen to that in full. But like, yeah, I like a lot of 21st Century Breakdown. I like stuff from RevRad. There's stuff from the trilogy I like. And I don't at least dislike the title track from Father of All. That's the only song I've actually listened to from Father of All, and again, I think it's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. So there's that. But yeah, I don't know. I finally sat down with Saviors, finished it, and yeah, I like it a lot. And I do think it is probably, at the very least, their strongest material since American Idiot. I'm not going to go back and say what some people have said, and it's like their best material since the 90s, because I don't disagree with that. Or I do disagree with that. I don't agree with that, is what I'm trying to say. But I mean, at the same time, I love Dookie, but I don't think Dookie's their best album. I will always say American Idiot is their best album. I think everything about American Idiot is better than Dookie, quite honestly. But Dookie, for the most part, here's just like this really silly punk record, you know? It doesn't take itself too seriously, like, at all. And some people will just prefer that, but while I think it's great, and they excelled at what they were doing with it, what I want from the band is more akin to American Idiot, or even, like, a Warning, for example. I like Warning a lot. But yeah, that's that. Like I said, I like Saviors a lot, and think it's at least the best material since American Idiot. And yeah, that is basically what I'll say. Like I said, Talk from Against the Current is the only song really worth mentioning for the week. And will this episode actually come out? I don't know. It might just be a lost episode. But for the time being, that is all I've got. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye, guys.